Matthew Kershaw, shit is popping off, and we're in the village off Utakata. Shit's happening. How do you feel about shit happening?
Shit happens like life. You've just gotta get past it. I don't know what you want me to say. I think it was goblins, holy crap.
Fucking, this went way off script. This is not what I meant to start this video with, but whatever. We are fucking under attack.
Those look like zerglings.
Oh, God, the Oni.
Fucking for the swarm.
The Oni are attacking your bubble shield. This is Halo 5, basically. The devs sent me a copy of the code and we're
Wow,
gonna play.
how'd you get a copy of this so early?
They fucking animate the fuck out of Halo 5. This is when they make online free-to-play games. You know?
Man, Cortana's really changed.
Yeah, she's got real boobs now, not just fake ones. Oh, God. Right, so this is Toukiden Kiwami, which is a fucking Monster Hunter game, basically, from the people who make Dynasty Warriors. And it's fucking fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
Is that Japanese Big Boss? I mean, I suppose Big Boss is already Japanese, but he looks like a very anime Big Boss with the eye patch.
Yeah, it kind of is. But I'm waiting for him to die, because, like, I don't know, I've never seen him fight. You can't take him with you. He just always seems to be there, so I'm waiting to the heroic moment where the big boss enemy flies in and kills him in, like, one move or something. So, yeah, he's
got, like, MC Hammer's parachute pants. They're kind of cool.
Fucking every other set of armor in this game has pants like that. It's fucking really distracting. Yeah, I'm having to wear shit armor just to look slightly better. But yeah, right. So what do you know about?
It's all about how you look. It's not about stats.
I totally agree.
I know that it's got weird waifus. That seems to be all that's popping up.
Yeah, well, this is. It's hard because I've only ever played demos of Monster Hunter games, but comparing that to what I played on the 2DS, this obviously fucking plays a hell of a lot better because it's on a console. Looks fucking way better, again, because it's on a console. And, yeah, there's a lot of grinding, like, in these games, so a lot of what you do, well, I don't want to say half your time, but a lot of it's like, oh, you're just going through these areas, you know, picking up materials, like we are here, and you're fucking grinding out against these shitty monsters, which aren't really particularly interesting to fight. They're basically just materials on legs.
Yeah.
But this game really comes into its own when you're fighting the really... I don't want to say unique, because fucking of course they're unique, whatever, but they're really well-defined monsters that have moves that, like you would in a normal boss fight, but because of the nature of how long these fights go on, you know, the fact that they will kill you in like one hit, you'll encounter them multiple times and you have to learn their tells, so you can actually, like, you know, you don't just become better at, like, fighting because you've got better armor or better crafted gear or whatever. Like, you're actually learning each individual monster. So in, like, 2 or 3 hours time, when you come to fight that monster again, you'll have the experience that you didn't have the first time you fought it. And it's, like, super rewarding.
Yeah.
It's really quite fantastic. So normally we're with a team. Like, we take some of those hunters you saw before in the village out with us. But, due to story reasons, in this time we are on our own defending the village. I think we were the only people left in the village at the time. So this is the only time I fought solo, which at the minute obviously is not an issue, but as you can expect, things get a bit more heated than just these howlers we're fighting at the minute.
I have a critical question.
Go on.
Why are you called Kyle and not Kairu? This is supposed to be in Japan, isn't it?
I know, I fucked up. Oh, yeah. Clearly you haven't watched my other videos on this game, Kyle Plays Toukiden Kiwami. I did mention this problem when I realised I'd fucked my name up when they were talking about me being from the east. Like, as if I was from this mystic land and I'm fucking called Kyle. I'm like, oh, I missed opportunity. It's because I was under pressure in the video.
Gaijin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
See, your name in Japanese actually sounds like your actual name, which is fine. My name in Japanese doesn't sound anything like Matthew.
Is yours... I'm trying to remember what they were. Mine's just Kairu, isn't it? But you say it really cool with an R.
Yeah, and it sounds like Kyle. Matthew is Matai.
Matai. See, I don't know.
Which makes no sense, but it sounds cool.
You could be like a fucking Matai-san. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it works for me.
I was totally going to change my... I was going to change my Xbox Live name to Matai Free, or Matai-san, at one point.
Oh, what are you doing?
But then I was like, no, this is dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. What are you doing? You don't pay for that shit. Get a PSN account and
anyway,
steal
back
that
to
instead.
Toukiden Kiwami.
Yeah.
You seem to be fighting zerglings and weird, like, ground snakes.
Yeah, well, basically it's, fighting the fodder at the minute. You're fighting through these waves, there's a few different mission types, but basically you're in these very segmented areas. A lot of the base missions are just you collecting shit, like killing those things. But then, I've recently gotten to fights where they are going to throw several of these huge-ass monsters, like the man-eater we see before us now. Manhunter, sorry. And you'll just get surrounded by them.
Do you have, like, Assassin's Creed vision?
Eagle
like
vision.
Eagle vision?
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah.
Which is important because you've got to see the weak points on them. Because if you're not actively attacking weak points, then you're basically having no effect. Which is, this is the first monster you encounter, and at this point I've encountered it before, but never on my own. And it's an interesting one to fight because it's like, if you're standing between its legs, like I can stand between two of its legs there, or stand to the back, and you can hit multiple legs at the same time, which you really can't on many of the other creatures. Like another one I fought is called the Wind Shredder, which is like a cat, and that's interesting because it's like you might be able to attack the two legs if you have a wide swing, but it's fucking super fast and it's all about darting, and obviously it whips around with its tail, doing like cat-like things. But this thing, I fought it, I don't know, maybe a dozen times at this point, and I've played probably about 15 hours of the game, and I just cannot get used to the way this thing swings and attacks. Like, you'll see some of its later moves, but which are pretty, I can identify them. But him just swinging his blades and stuff, I just cannot seem to get the grasps of it. I just get caught by that fucking.
There doesn't seem to be any sort of. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like indication that you're doing damage to it, as far as I can tell.
No, that's what the Eagle Vision is for. It'll display the limbs will change different colours, and so that's the other thing. You have to basically dismember the animal, or the monster rather, demon, and the limbs will come back, but they won't be coloured the same way. And that means that, like, once you've purified all the limbs and collected their materials, meet a battle, which is always fun when you've got a really aggressive enemy, because they're fucking just trying to destroy you, and you've got to stand in this area and collect their limbs, which takes a while.
Yeah.
But so they all grow back, but then you actually have to. You're still dismembering it, but then you're actually doing damage to the creature. So at the minute, we're not even taking down its life bar.
Yeah.
But it's not very aggressive in this fight because it's pretty early on, chapter 3, I believe. And it's not being super aggressive. Normally, when you're with your team, these monsters are just kind of relentless. You don't really get... Like, I'm having an opportunity here to maneuver myself. Like, it should be attacking me right now. But I guess that's just because I'm on my own. They didn't want to make it fucking impossibly hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just took off one of its
like,
legs.
Shredded that thing like a Beyblade.
Yeah, that's fucking why I'm playing with two blades as well. So there's like... I want to say there's maybe 9 different weapons, which all have completely different movesets. And I played with the bow when I was on the Vita, playing the demo. And yeah, that was fun. Like, it's fucking bow, so you've obviously got a completely different dynamic of being on a ranged attack. Like, you're not really getting hit unless you're playing badly. Like, you've got room to dodge. One of their moves is like a heat-seeking thing, so you paint different targets on the map. Like, you paint different enemies or limbs or whatever, and it will fucking fire these arrows off in different directions to seek in on them, which is sick to see.
Wow.
But this is obviously the blades, and I don't know, I played him a few hours, maybe 6, with these swords, and I was having a lot of fun. And then I started trying just different ones because I'd accrued a lot of money, and I thought I might as well buy these pretty good weapons and just test them, because I intend to write a review for this game. And they're fucking insane. Like, I bought the rifle, which I think is new to this release of the game. It wasn't in the original. And it's like, there's a fucking whole like reloading mechanic where you load different ammo types and stuff.
Weird.
And obviously it changes completely when you're standing across the map from the thing. So again, you're not being hit. But then you have like free aim, so you're like aiming at these different limbs with different ammo types. There's like explosive rounds that arc like mortars. Like there's different stances whether or not you're kneeling to get, which does more damage but drains more stamina and stuff. It's like there's a fucking ton of content in there. I haven't even tried all the weapons now, but I dabbled with the spear, and if the enemy charges at you when you've got the spear point up, with like doing one of the specific movesets, then you will just like knock it back, stagger it mid-charge, which like changes it because then you don't have to run from this creature, and then you've got a stunned creature, which it doesn't happen particularly often.
Yeah,
it's like there's just so much variety in the different styles of play. It's surprising because, like I said, a lot of my early stages were with me with those two swords. So that move I just did then was the.
Are you able to completely immobilize like the monsters by like just taking off like one side of their legs. They can't really walk.
See, they grow back pretty quick, but obviously you can't take off multiple ones. And some of the bigger ones, they'll just like collapse for a while, but they will grow back as long as the fight goes on. But one of the classes, or one of the AI characters, has traps which work the same way. Like they will, like, you lure into the trap or whatever, and it will, like, as you'd expect, freeze and stuff. But this creature isn't really a good indication, I guess, of a fight, because it doesn't seem to get stunned particularly often. Like some of the bigger ones, I thought, I can't remember the names of them, the Harrow Fall or something. It's like this massive four-armed creature that will, like, you knock off its limbs, it'll fucking like keel over for a good few seconds, which is handy because that thing is huge. So it's really difficult to get on top of it. Like I said, this creature is the starting one basically, so it's quite flat, relatively small. But those fucking attacks, they just ruin me. I don't know what it is. It's something about this one creature.
Yeah.
I think it's because I don't know. I haven't worked out where to stand because it can attack you from basically anywhere except from right behind. And if you're standing right behind, then you're not attacking the limbs. So you have to be in the front at some point. It's easier when you're with people because they will take the aggro from you, or vice versa.
Yeah. How long do the fights usually last with these kind of boss monsters?
The first time you fight it is almost always fucking terrible for me because I don't know how to fight any of these creatures, and they're all very different. So like there was this one with a Terror Grinder, which I fucked up because they don't always tell you when you got to fight the monsters on the missions. Sometimes they do, but other times it would just be like, oh, go out and hunt these things, and then the monster will just appear and kill you or attack you. And I'd done that when the first time I was using the rifle.
Yeah.
So it was like that. I had to fucking fight this monster, and try to work out what the what this rifle what these different ammo types mean and stuff. Because they don't tell you in the game. It's like, this one says EXP, so it's probably explosive. I don't know what PRC means, but yeah, it's always fun. Especially when the creatures do, like, some of them that four-armed one I mentioned it's huge. It's like if I was standing there attacking it like I am with this creature, you would maybe only see a fucking tenth of its height or something. Which is, obviously, then you have to fucking scale the thing to attack the upper limbs. Which is, it's not too bad with this guy. The triangle move, which is one of the base attacks or whatever, drains a bit of stamina, but you'll basically crawl your way up the monster. Sort of like you dab your swords in and like throw yourself up. So he's not too bad at gaining height. Some of them, it's like if you're using a spear.
I don't see how you'd be able to fight some of the big monsters on like a Vita.
No,
with that small screen.
It seems like it'd be hell. I didn't play more than the demo, but I'm having so much more fun here than I did in the demo. It's fucking really good. Dude, it's really fun. It's like Destiny, but good in more than one ways. We'll have a feature on that. So check back. Also, watch Carl Plays, Toukiden Kiwami. Adios.
Show.